Okay, first question as usual. Can you hear me? Can you make sure that my screen sharing is in the middle and everybody sees the screen? Perfect. Okay, so welcome everybody. We are going to have today an introduction of Visual JForex. So as the session is going on, you can ask questions in live thanks to the chat, which is by default on the left of your screen, but could actually be anywhere if I understood well. So do not hesitate to ask questions. To go to the Dukascopy interface, it's very easy. I mean, you don't have to install anything to use the JForex. You just go to the Dukascopy website, Forex Trading, then you found Visual JForex, and you go to Launch Visual JForex, and that's it. Done. Nothing to install. It's an online tool. That means it's updated on a regular basis. You will not even notice it is. And there is nothing to install. The only thing you need is a web browser. Just a regular one. So, here we go. If we look at the interface, we have here the logo, Visual JForex. Here some drop-down menu, quite self-explanatory. I mean, really new, just to create a new strategy. Open one, save, import and export. I'll show you how to use that later on. Compiler, that's to run and build your strategies or to send it to the strategy contest. Help, as it says. Here, basically the same thing, open, save. These ones are for variables, and that's just to run your strategy, to test it, if you want. Here, the variables, you have a lot of them. Basically, you have here your own variables, the ones you will create while doing your strategy. The ones created by the system for your strategy. So now they are empty because we have nothing here. Then the default one, the default instrument, amount, slippage, stop loss, take profit, etc. This is all concerning your account currency, equity, leverage, etc. That's concerning the positions, all positions, the amount open, etc. That's the trade event. So if something happens, a position is closed, open, etc. It's all here in the trade event. So we can use that, and we can even search for any of these things. We can search for a position ID. We can search for the close price of a position. We can search by close price, all positions with this open or close price. The state of the position, so if we want all the pending ones or the open ones, etc., etc. And all the long or short positions. So quite a lot here. Then all the information for the candles and the ticks. All the basic information you are expecting. The open, the close, the high, low, volume, period, instrument, etc. Same thing for sticks. And of course, candles, you have both sides, ask and bid, and here the last. That are the starting points. I will show you how it works. So basically this gray zone, and I can enlarge it actually, is where I'm going to build my strategy. We're going to do that in a short time. And here are my panels. So here I have all the blocks, logical, if, loop viewer, etc. Everything is quite self-explanatory. I mean, you know, calculation to make a calculation, and if I want to use a block, I just drag and drop it here. That's it. It's as easy as that. I can trigger some stunt alerts. That's my most used ones. Here, all the indicators, we have a lot of indicators. So if I wanted to use this indicator, I just put it here. And then I will just set up my parameters. And that's it. Then I can use the result, which is here. We have a lot of people using indicators in their strategies. A bit bored, but I don't know what it is. Alright, then we have here different strategies, including my own strategies. But of course, as I'm not logged in, the system will not be able to provide me with my strategies. So let's put our hands on this thing. Let's say I want to build a very simple strategy. If you have any idea, do not hesitate in just type them here. Otherwise, I'll make one myself. Let's say I want to buy if the last candle is going up, if it's green, if it's long. So for that, I'm first going to define exactly how I want to work. I take the if and just point like that. So you don't have to point exactly here, you can point just anywhere here. So I want to work with euro dollar. So I want the candle instrument to be equal to euro dollar. So here I can either click here and choose in the list, or I can create a variable. Here we go. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to check what is the default instrument. So for that, I right click here, edit, and I see that the default instrument is euro dollar. I can change that, of course. So if candle instrument is equal to euro dollar. So far. Now look, I can right click, copy, paste. A little bit. And then you just point here. I'm going to get rid of that because actually. Now I have to decide which candles I want to work with. So I'm taking the candle period, and same thing. I can either choose in the list here, and I'm going to do that because I put a variable here. So let's say 10 minutes. And here, if you click, you see the string becomes purple instead of white. Myself, I really like to have this feature, so you see immediately what's going on. You see if something is broken. Because if I remove here by clicking on it, see it becomes white here. So you see immediately it's more useful. I can of course zoom, so I'm going to use the wheel here, and I unzoom and I zoom. I also can use the magnifying glass here, zoom and zoom. Here we go. And I can move around just by holding the click. Let's keep it nice and tidy. I can minimize the windows just to keep it nice and tidy, to keep it neat. So now I want to compare the open and close of a candle. So I take the last ask candle, I'm going to use if again, and just compare the open and the close. So expand that a little bit. And then I want to, so trading here, I have a lot of options. I'm just going to open at the market. So if they are equal, means it's flat, so I'm not happy with that. If the open is greater than the close, means we are going down. So we're not happy with that. If the open is less than the close, then it's going up. So that's what we want. We're going to do that now. So, and we want to buy. Here we can change basically everything. We can change the default instrument, the amount. It's written lot amount. It's not. It's just an amount. So here the amount is in million. So if I put 1, that would be 1 million. 0.1, 100,000. 0.01, 10,000. 0.001, 1,000. Right? Slippage. Here you see it's written default slippage, default stop loss, default take profit. All those are here. So I can right click and change my value here. So the default slippage, if I check here, by pointing here, I can see the value, and it's 5. So let's go here, right click, edit. I put 10, and the default slippage has been changed to 10. And of course this change is going to reflect everywhere. I have a question. Is it possible to use a percentage of your equity instead of a fixed amount? Yes, it is. It is. A lot of people do that to manage their fund and their risk. Equity, you take calculation. Actually, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take mathematical calculation. So I'm going to take the equity, multiply it by whatever amount, and then I will have here the fraction of the equity. To go deeper, BL3, do you have, like, you know, how would you use this percentage? If you tell me exactly, we actually can demonstrate it here. But yes, to have just a fraction of your percentage, you use calculation or calculation expression. Calculation expression works basically as an Excel spreadsheet. You know, you can add a column, Here you have 2 columns. Here you have 3. And you, of course, the same way can add a row, etc. And you can type here a number. I just said number. Or you can put a variable. And here I can put A2 multiplied by A1, and then just divide that by 100. And here the result of the calculation will become a variable. I'll write here my result. Save. And I can see here this variable is now in users variables. So I can reuse this variable as much as I want. And basically anywhere. I can use it to define my amount here, or even to define if I want to open or not. Or I can decide that if this number goes up till or under a certain amount, I'm going to open, or I'm going to close all my positions. I can do the same thing with my use of leverage, which is here, etc. I can recalculate myself my use of leverage if I want to. Of course, account ID is fixed. I mean, that does not change. Calculation. So you see, it's fairly basic. The things you're going to use the most at the beginning will be the if, probably the trading ones, open at market, pending order, pending open, etc., close, and probably the mathematical ones, calculation expression, or assign. You have here a little sound alert. Get time unit. This is quite nice because you can actually define a precise time where you want to start trading, or if you want to close your positions, and you can choose here the day of the month, the day of the week, the hour, the time, the second. So you can say, the 17th, or on Tuesday at 8:33 and 22 seconds, I want to close, I want to open, I want to check something. For some people, it's actually quite handy. And you see here it's green, here it's red. That means everything is filled. At least everything which is compulsory is filled. Here means some data is missing. Here I could name the position. I'm going to write here my post. Save. And see this position appears here in the users of a variable. So if I click up, I have everything I need for this particular position. The open price, the close price, creation date, fill time, the instrument, the profit, either in their concurrency or in pips. I can decide that if I made 50 pips, then I wanted to close. So then it will be very easy. You go to logical, if, then if profit loss in pips I'm gonna write 50 and then utilities trading up, close. So if it's equal or more, see here, I just take this value here, hold the, and that's it. So that means, so the flow is going like that. That means if the profit in pips is equal or superior to 50 for this particular position that I've called my pos, then I'm going to close this particular position. It's as easy as that. I mean, you know, we've already created a strategy here. Now, let's say I want, what do I want? I want to save my strategy. I want to export it. I want to have help. Anything. I'm going to log in. If you don't have a community account, so you don't need an extra account for Visual JForex. If you have a community account, then that's it. So login, I'm going to put login, state, password. If you don't have an account, you can just register on the spot. It takes a few seconds, it's very quick. Login, that's it. Now you see here it's written, I'm logged in. I'm going to click on compiler build. I'm going to call this strategy 07/01/2014 because we're the 7th day of the first month of 2014. Yeah, I must begin with a letter. Oh, it has been. So I'm gonna call it web. Here we go. So now if I go, it's been built successfully. Now if I go to strategy, my strategies, I have a lot of them, and that's the one I've just created. And if I right click on view source, this is the actual code. So imagine for this strategy, if I had to type the code, that's everything I would have to type. And by the way, you can press on your keyboard Control-Alt, Control-C, and then you have copied the code. So it's totally transparent. The code is here. You can do whatever with it you want with it. It might not be compatible with external programs, but it's here. Now, I'm going to go to my Dukascopy platform. For that, you know already how it works. You go to Dukascopy, login, demo, Hopla. Here we go. Open. And in a few seconds, it is going to open. It's actually here. I can see it on my second screen. So verifying application. You're probably already familiar with that. So, and here we go. So login, and I'm now logging in into my demo platform. I'm sure you're already familiar with this procedure. Initializing. So the point of that, that's it. Here we go. Oh, I've deactivated my own account. This is nice. I played too much with my account. Anyway, let's remove this one. Here on Workspace, I right-click on Strategies, Open Strategies, or Open Strategy. And I have here all the strategies stored in my computer. My GStore. So GStore is basically the cloud of Dukascopy. So here I have all the strategies that I've uploaded myself on my cloud. I have all the strategies I've taken from other people. I can put my strategies available for testing. I can sell my strategies. I can release just some, some demo versions with a limited time, etc. And this key is actually what is going to be used to unlock the demo versions. And I have a third icon here, Visual JForex. So these strategies here are actually the ones you have seen are actually the ones you have seen already in Visual JForex. They are exactly the same ones. So there is no here in my strategies, all the ones appearing here, you actually find them here. And you can decide to test one or the other. The one we've just created is here. I just click on Open. I go to the historical tester. That's the one. That's the one we've just created. I can choose visual mode. I can subscribe to one or more instruments. I have a lot of settings here. I can change really a lot of things. I want visual, of course, custom settings, and then I would just click on play. Hello, Amin. Here, other things I can change. And I can see the strategy we've just created. I can see it running. What period did I choose? Last week? X. And then I have a report which is going to be quite complete. I can also test my strategy on the spot here by clicking Run Strategy. Then I need to connect to the Dukascopy data flow to have all the historical data. It's going to take a second. I need to download the little connector. That might take a few seconds. I can see it coming here. Again, it's just a little Java applet. So I'm going to put my username and password here. In. Here, my strategy is running. Of course, it doesn't open anything because I blocked my account. Too much testing. Okay, I want to run historical, and that's my. So here I've tested my strategy through here, as we've seen, and I have a report which is really, I mean, you really have a lot of things. Actually, did I make money? Not much. Big turnover, which is good for your commissions, but didn't make much money. But I mean, I've opened very small positions. And here you can see all positions opened. You have really big, my God. And here the whole log, so you know exactly what happened, exactly at what time it happened. You have the order ID. I mean, you have everything to analyze your. You have everything to analyze your strategy and to make it more efficient. Let's come back to Visual JForex. Here I'm going to test on intraday, set, and run. That's as easy as it is. It's getting the data. And here I have my strategy running. And I can see I'm opening a lot of positions, and in this configuration, all the positions are going to be closed at the end of my testing. That's how it works. I put 10 minutes. I have different parameters here. I can actually. I've actually lost. No, I made some money. No. Here we go. And here I can use some tools to analyze my graphic. I have a lot of tools for that, especially. And I can. So there's a lot of things to analyze exactly what happened, when this has been opened, etc., etc. And I can analyze it on any time frame, even if in your strategy you have filtered by 10-minute candles, you actually can change it when it comes to the graphic to anything. So you really can see what happened. And here, some stats. The chart. This is not really self-explanatory, but basically that's the amount of positions open, the ones that made money, the ones that did not. We have like one that lost 5 pips, one that made 26 pips, etc. And here a lot of stats to help you, and that's the parameters you've used, just to remind you, just in case. So the same strategy on the intraday, so which is today, we've made 46, and testing this strategy on the week, we actually lost something like $5. So see, you can test on different time frames, on different time scales, and on different periods. Intraday, weekly, you can test even for the whole year, for the whole past year, for the whole current year. Well, I mean, now it's just a few days, but for 3, 4, 5 years, if you're willing to. Yeah, I've opened 31 positions. Of course, no short ones. And 28 were in profit. And you remember, we have closed them after a profit of 50. And only 3 positions did lose money. All right. That's as easy. And now I can close. I can, of course, change everything I want. I can also, and I'm going to show you why it's important, you go to export, and you can export your strategy in a specific where is my new folder? Here it is. Yeah. So I'm going to keep the same name. Done. Now I can go to the Dukascopy website, Forex Trading, Visual JForex. So I've shown you that here you're going to actually launch the Visual JForex. Here you have some videos. And you can also from here are the videos, just close them, and you can actually go to the forum. So you see the forum exists in a lot of languages: English, French, German, Arab, Russian, and Chinese. Let's go to English. Let's go to the community board. Here you have a dedicated team of 6 people just answering your questions. You can have specific questions here, or you can click here and submit your strategy. So for that you will need to be logged in, but new topic, I have to log in, and I'm going to do that now. Here we go. So English, community board, new topic. Please tell me. Okay, I'm going to write. This is a test. Otherwise, please tell me about what. Please tell me whatever. Please, when you do that, write exactly what your strategy is supposed to do. Because sometimes we open strategies, we just don't know what they're meant for. So please say, this is my strategy, that's what I wanted to do. Here is the file. Please help me. And here I'm going to add a file. I'm going to browse, go again to my desktop, go to my new folder. The problem is that I don't remember which one it was, because I didn't name it, of course. It's very bad. Very, very bad practice. Here we go. Open, add the file, and that's it. It's here. That means now you actually can download and open this strategy. Let's take this one. The guy is happy, see? Hello. So he explains exactly, that's a very good example. He explains exactly what he wants. Attach his strategy. And here I can click. And it's going to download the strategy. So, Save. And now from Visual JForex, I can go to File, Import. I'm going to download. It's the last one, I guess. Open, and that's it. First, reflect up. And this is the strategy that has been submitted. See, this is really nice, it's tidy. It does exactly what it's supposed to, if I understood. My post, someone who looked the webinars, that's always very good. Here, maybe he could have actually renamed. That's really, I advise you to do that. Line 12 doesn't mean much, so you can. It's better to actually give a relevant name. Let's say ATR 14. Save, and that's it. See, so what I did, I went there, right click, edit, and I could change the name. And now it appears here, it appears here, you know, the same, it's the same one. That's really nice. Nice and tidy. I could use the control key to right click here and here. Right click, create group, and give a relevant name, which are the filters. Filter, instrument, and period. Done. That's it. So basically that's it. So far we could build, you know, it's quite infinite, all the possibilities you have with Visual JForex. Do not hesitate to go to the support board. There is a lot of information here. That's my report. So do not hesitate to come to the forum, post your questions, submit your strategies. Even if it works, you always can submit it to see if, you know, we can optimize it. There is a dedicated team of six people always on the forum, giving advices, helping anyone. Community board. You have the frequently asked questions, feature requests. Here, everything you need: testing your strategy, working with indicators. This is a quite, you know, quite a popular one. So do not hesitate to come and ask any questions you want. And actually, if you go to webinars here, you will find here all the webinars that have been aired with the codes, with the strategies we have built during the webinars. That could be quite useful too. Well, that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Do not hesitate to join us for the next webinars. Same address. So Thank you very much, everyone. And see you next time. Bye. We're waiting for the moderator to accept mine, or I don't know how it works. Not sure how it works actually. Well, goodbye everyone. You're welcome.